Whoops. Welcome to the Sewing Report. I'm Jennifer Moore, helping you discover your love of sewing crafts and DIY projects. And in this episode, we're making these really cute zipper pouches, but we're taking it up a few levels by adding this really fun glitter confetti. And believe it or not, I used a shower curtain for the vinyl in this project. So let's get started. I wasn't kidding. This is a medium weight clear shower liner from Target, and we are cutting it up. Here's what you need: a 10-inch zipper, confetti glitter, fabric, and interfacing. Measurements I'm going with are 12.5 by 10 inches for the main fabric, lining, and vinyl pieces, lightweight interfacing 11.5 by 9 inches, and scrap fabric for the zipper tabs 1.25 by 2 inches. Fuse the interfacing to your main fabric pieces according to the manufacturer's instructions. I used 2 different types since I made 2 pouches, and feel Pellon Shape Flex 101 performed the best. For the one you see here, it's a non-woven and experienced some crinkling when I turned the finished pouch right side out. So I don't recommend Pellon 950F shirt tailor for this project. One thing I do to every zipper is zigzag the open spot at the top to keep it closed while sewing. This will make it easier to sew on the zipper tabs. Place the fabric face down with the end just over 1/2 inch away from the end of the zipper stop. You're going to sew right past that spot. Flip the fabric back and finger press the fold, then top stitch. And here's my trick for sewing all of the layers to the zipper at once. It involves Fabri-Tac glue. Starting with the zipper tape, glue each layer together within the seam allowance, which I'm doing 1/2 inch. You don't need any pins or clips, and the pieces are secure and won't shift around. Be sure the placement is correct, so when you fold the pieces away from the zipper, the main fabric and vinyl is on the same side as the zipper pull, while the lining is underneath. Stitch all the layers on one side together. The zipper pull will be an obstacle. The best way to deal with it and not damage the vinyl is to sew almost to the zipper pull, remove the entire project from your sewing machine, slide it to a section you've already sewn, then pick up stitching where you left off. Now fold away from the zipper and finger press. You don't want to touch your iron on or near the vinyl as it could melt. Top stitch about 1/4 inch away from the seam using at least a 3.0 stitch length. Repeat the last steps for the layers on the opposite side of the zipper. Another tip to help the lining fit into the pouch easier: shave off about 1/4 inch off the bottom of each side. Doing so removes a little excess fabric. Okay, let's work on the boxed corners. Mark and cut out a 1-inch square on both sides of all of the pieces. Cut these out using small scissors. It's time to add the confetti. Here's what I did. On the main front panel, I used an air-soluble marking pen to draw a line 2 inches up from the bottom. What we're going to do is create a pocket by attaching the main fabric to the vinyl with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, only leaving the bottom side open. This is where you'll be stitching. The gold confetti is from Michael's Crafts, and it's less than $2 for this container. Whoops, put as much or as little confetti as you want into the pouch. Alright, gotta do some cleanup here. Shake it away from the opening because you don't want the confetti to get in the way of the next step. Sewing on that line you marked earlier, which will close up the pocket. Put your fabric right sides together, main pieces together, and the lining pieces together. Cut off the extra zipper tab fabric. Clip the ends all around the pouch. Don't pin that, as it will leave holes in the vinyl. Be sure the zipper is open at least halfway. Don't forget this. So here's where it often gets tricky for zipper pouches. Which way does the zipper face? You want the zipper teeth facing the lining and away from the main panels. With a 1/2 inch seam allowance, sew all of the sides, but don't sew the corners, and leave an opening roughly the size of your hand at the bottom of the lining. You'll really need this hole to turn the bag right side out. Pinch each corner together like this and sew them shut. Trim the seam allowances down to 1/4 inch or slightly less, especially at the ends of the zipper. You don't want that part to be bulky. This may take some wrestling, but turn the pouch right side out through that hole in the lining. Don't manhandle it too much, as that could really wrinkle the vinyl. Shape the pouch with your fingers, pressing out seams and corners. Fold in the edges on the bottom of the lining and press into place. Use Elmer's washable school glue to baste it closed. I keep mine in this fine tip bottle. Hit it with a dry iron, then stitch the lining closed. Press the lining down into the pouch, and you're done. Going into this, I wasn't really sure how these would turn out, but I'm actually really pleased with the final result. I think they're really cute, and the glitter confetti effect worked out quite well. And you don't have to make this the same dimensions. You can make these skinnier, you can make these longer. You don't have to add the box corners, it can just be flat. So really there's a lot of possibilities for doing a zipper pouch. I just wanted to show you the basics, but I've seen so many zipper pouch tutorials and I wanted to do something a little bit different. And a special shout out to Michael's Crafts. I'm in their VIP program, so I was provided a gift card used to purchase some of the supplies for this project, mainly the glitter. So thank you, Michaels. And if you're looking for something else to watch on this channel, I'm going to link one of my other DIY projects here, and you're welcome to watch that next. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing to the Sewing Report for everything sewing, crafts, and DIY projects. I'm Jennifer Moore, and I'll see you again next time.